So then guys, we're all excited for the new iPhone 17 models to come out in September time, but this is really strange, okay? We've actually been hearing leaks and rumors about the iPhone 20, what's going to come out in 2027, because this marks the years of 20 years since the first iPhone actually came out. Now, I know what you're going to say is, Matt, the iPhone 17 is not even out yet, the iPhone 18 is not going to come, and what about the iPhone 19, for example? What's going to happen there? Why are you jumping all the way to the iPhone 20? Well, that is a good point. Now, I wouldn't really be talking about this, right now off the top of my head of imagining what's going to happen, but we've had leaks and rumors coming in telling us already what the iPhone 20 is going to be about. And I thought, well, as I'm a person who likes to tell you about leaks and rumors for the iPhone series, well, I thought I'd best cover it for you. And with that, I've got for you 8 different leaks, rumors, information, whatever you want to call it, that you should know about the iPhone 20. I can't believe I'm actually saying iPhone 20. This is just bonkers. We haven't even got to the iPhone 17. But first of all, let's get started then with number 1, and that is all to do with the actual front glass design. Now, traditionally for iPhones, we've always just had a front-facing glass, which also just been completely flat. Well, it looks like that Apple are going to be taking a leaf out of Android phones of the last few years ago, where they are curved. And we've actually specifically been told in a leak that the new iPhone 20 is going to have a full curved display. What I mean by this is that the actual screen will run off the sides and going around to the actual very back of the phone, the back kind of panel. And this is very interesting to see, because personally, I don't really get how this is going to work with you pressing accidental buttons or things like this. Whether, Apple are going to bring in taptic buttons that are going to be on the screen on the sides or things like this. We just don't know at this stage. But this leak here is telling us this is how it's going to be. This is how the design on the actual front is going to be. It's going to have a curved kind of screen design. And if this is true, well, for everyone who's saying that Apple have got no innovation or nothing like that, well, yeah, this definitely is going to bring out some innovation. But knowing everybody's luck, probably someone like Samsung or somebody else will probably beat them to it. But then moving on to the second big upgrade to go along with that screen, Face ID right now, it sits in Dynamic Island, and in the past it sat in a notch. Well, guess what? That's going to be underneath the screen. That is something else that we've been told. So it's actually going to be hidden underneath the screen, and obviously probably when you've got to identify your face, it will pop up for a second. Very similar like how the camera can appear like on a Galaxy Foldable right now. It can do exactly that. This is something that we're also going to expect. So this new all-screen display won't even have the dynamic island in it anymore. Won't even have a hole punch for the sort of selfie kind of front-facing camera. It's going to be a full display screen. So if you're watching your content or whatever, things like this, you won't have any kind of like dynamic island in the way. You won't have a hole punch in the way. It's going to be a full screen display. And this sounds absolutely awesome in my opinion. But then to go alongside this for the third big upgrade, and that is to do with the cameras on the back, and it looks like the camera design will change again. So obviously we've got this new kind of bar design that we've heard about for the iPhone 17 Pro models, and it looks like this could change altogether. We could have something completely different. Maybe we could have, say, vertical cameras this time round. Who knows? It's going to completely change. All we know is that the cameras are going to change, the design layout, how that's going to work with, say, spatial vision and things like this, we just don't know at this stage. But we know that that is also going to design change on the rear. So we're having this whole new glass kind of design look on the front, and the cameras on the back. You'll be able to say that this new iPhone is going to be a brand new design altogether from, say, previous generations. Now, for the fourth upgrade we've heard about for this new iPhone, and that is going to have a brand new kind of battery technology. What's kind of being tested out right now, it's called an anode technology. What basically, in short, allows you to cram more, say, lithium bits and pieces, ions, into the sides of a current lithium battery that exists right now. So you can cram more of it inside. So what I'm essentially saying, so imagine, if you had, say, a 4,000 milliamp battery, the size of that, well, with this new kind of technology in that exact same space and size of that battery, you could potentially get, say, 6,000 milliamp. So you can imagine, for example, like the iPhone 16 Pro right now, that has, say, around about a 4,000 1,000 milliamp, just below that. You can imagine that would go up to 6,000. And obviously this new phone, if it has the same size battery of say the iPhone 18 Pro Max by then, or whatever it's going to be, obviously again in that size of that battery, fitting more ions in it, lithium ions, you can imagine the battery life is going to be far, far greater than what exists right now. And this is fantastic news to hear. And then for the fifth upgrade, it kind of goes alongside what I just spoke about for the new battery kind of technology. It's a new type of RAM technology or memory technology. And it looks like this has been specifically going to be designed for mobile chip design, or say ARM out there right now. Because traditionally the kind of RAM that exists right now for, you know, ARM chips is the same what you can use with an Intel chip. Obviously you've got, you know, change it a bit, but it's going to be a completely different type of RAM altogether. And we've been told that this is going to be even more efficient than what traditional RAM gives us right now. And obviously this would again increase in battery kind of, you know, length. And then obviously this would also increase the actual speed of the actual chip to work with that RAM. So this is going to be absolutely fantastic when we get this with the new iPhone. Now, something else what's going to come out way before the 20th anniversary iPhone, and that is the giveaway that we are doing on this channel for this right here. This here is a MacBook Air Sky Blue 13.6-inch model, and I'm giving this away to one lucky subscriber on this channel at the end of June time 2025. And the great news is you can still enter into this giveaway right now. All you have to do is just put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it's going to be a new iPhone, maybe it's going to be a new MacBook Pro, maybe it's got nothing to do with Apple whatsoever. It's going to be something completely different like Nintendo Switch 2, or it could be something else like an RTX graphics card. Well, let me know in the comments below. And that is the first thing that you guys need to do. Now, the second part of the actual giveaway is going to be happening near the end of June time, where I'll be making a video giving you even more details about it. And in that, I'll include you a form to fill in, and also at the same time too, I'll also be telling you when I'm going to be doing the live stream for this MacBook Air M4 when I'm going to give it away. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. Now, the other thing I just want to quickly tell you guys about is obviously some of the details about this MacBook Air, because it has actually been upgraded. We've actually got the full fat M4 inside of it, not the binned version. So it's a 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU. We've also got 24 gigabytes of RAM, not the standard 16 gigabytes. And we've also got 512 gigabytes of storage, not 256. And this could be yours at the end of June time, or it could be shipped out to you around that time. So if you haven't done so already, like I said to you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you could be in a chance to win it. The last thing though I just want to mention to you guys is that sadly there are lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonate me, tend to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best you can see right here. Please do report them. So moving on from this, what about the sixth thing we've heard about for the new iPhone? Well, this one's not really an upgrade or a leak, but it's kind of a little bit of common sense to be applied here. Now, the 20th edition of the iPhone, or 20th anniversary, or iPhone 20, whatever it's going to be called, will be coming out in 2027, because that is exactly 20 years later since the very first iPhone that came out in that year. Obviously, it's not going to be around the same time, the release, but it's going to be that exact same year. Now, one of the questions that you guys are probably going to be wondering about is what happens with, say, the iPhone 19? What's going to happen here? Because obviously it makes sense that this year we've got the iPhone 17, 2026 we'll have the iPhone 18, but then 2027, iPhone 20, what happens to the 19? Well, I think one or two things can happen. One thing what could happen is something very similar what happened when we got the iPhone 10. When the iPhone 10 came out, we also got the iPhone 8. We had the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10 both released at the exact same time. Well, it was at the same presentation, came out about a month later or so, but you get the idea, came out the same year, release year. And I think this is something else could happen. We could get an iPhone 19 and we could also get this special edition iPhone 20 also coming out that year with this brand new design. Apple retain the current design, but obviously they'll bring out this brand new design too. The other thing they could do is completely cut out the iPhone 19. Like, we've never had an iPhone 9. The iPhone 9 never existed. So this is the other way we could do it. We could go iPhone 18 and then straight to iPhone 20. But personally, I think it's going to be the other way around. We'll have a 19 and a 20 model coming out that year. And then moving on after this, what about the seventh thing that you need to know? Well, that is obviously the actual price of this new iPhone. Yeah, expect it to be more expensive than a Pro Max model. So yeah, at the end of the day, you know, a Pro Max model now costs like about $1,200 to buy. It will probably be more than that. Obviously, if it's got this all new design, glass design, everything like this, it's going to be definitely more expensive. When we got the iPhone 10, compared that to the iPhone 8 or even the iPhone 8 Plus, what also came out that same year, the iPhone 10 was far more expensive. So yeah, expect the same thing to happen here, that the new iPhone 20th edition or 20 year or iPhone 20, whatever you want to call it, will cost a bit more money, more than likely. And then finally, that does lead me onto the eighth thing that you need to know. This iPhone isn't coming out anytime soon. We have the iPhone 17 this year, the iPhone 18 the year after. We're talking around about 3 years from now, or 2 years from now, more like I'd say, 2 and a bit years before this phone actually does come out. So it's going to be a long way away. And I'm sure that lots of leaks and rumors are going to come out before then about it. But the expected kind of time when we can actually probably get it in our hands is probably going to be September 2027. So mark your future diaries. For then, that is when we're most likely going to be able to get our hands for the first time on this new iPhone 20. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Apple will bring out a brand new design for this new iPhone? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up this video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews, and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.